Hi, everyone, and welcome to this month's programming of Lyn Likes. I'm Miss Lyn, and I'm here at the Graves Library. And today I would like to chat with you about the concept of time and how it appears in our books and in our language and in our teachings of young children. That time is an important concept for many of us, and it's how we run our schedules. It's how we run our day. We are definitely looking at our watches and clocks on the wall to see where we have to be next. And for some children, that can be a little confusing. It can be frustrating because maybe they're doing something that they don't want to leave and want to keep having time at that task or that creative moment. So I think that there are a few books here at Graves on the topic of time, and I do believe that they, again, start with the very young and move on up to more sophisticated learners to understand days of the week, a clock, telling time, months of the year, how old they are. It's all kind of based and wrapped around different ideas of how we tell time, wait for time to move on, or look forward to time happening in the future. So I know for our very young readers, I have a book called Cookie's Week. It's written by Cindy Ward and published by Scholastic. It's a very sweet book, and it's about this black and white kitty who's come to this house and has some interesting daily adventures. On Monday, Cookie fell in the toilet. I know. There was water everywhere. And it progresses on to the days of the week. On Tuesday, Cookie knocked a plant off the windowsill. Oh my. Maybe some of you have a rambunctious kitty that does something similar. As we move forward with books on time, I had Miss Terry order this one, A Second, a Minute, a Week with Days in It. And this is written by Brian Cleary, and the publisher is Millbrook Press, So it's a rhyming text. It talks about clock, telling time, with all of these different characters in it. See the two hands on the face of that clock in the square, way up high in the tower. When the long one goes all the way around in a circle, the time that has passed is 1 hour. So again, knowing your child, knowing what's going to be best for them if they have questions about time and what it means to have the days of the week pass by or the months of the year. And again, that was a pretty cool book too. One actually I have a couple of them that I'd like to read, but I think I'll start with this one that I held up when I first started. It's titled Me Counting Time, From Seconds to Centuries. So there you go. Sometimes with the concept books, you are checking them out, you're looking through them, they seem like a good fit, and then get home and maybe it's not quite right. That's okay. Sometimes you can read just a page or two and have it be meaningful to the child, or they can take a minute and look through the entire text. It's really going to be up to where they are developmentally and what they are able to understand. So this book is written by Joan Sweeney, and it's published by Dragonfly Books in New York. Let's take a peek. Me Counting Time. This is me. I'm inviting friends to my birthday party. I'm going to be 7 years old. So right there, we're marking time with somebody having a birthday. Just think, 7 candles for 7 years. But a year isn't a candle. A year is a measurement of time. Time comes in different amounts: seconds, minutes, hours, days, and more. I like the graphics in this book as they incorporate all kinds of ways of telling time. Look at this one. First, I think of the blink of an eye. That's about 1 second of time. I can count seconds by saying 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Isn't that funny? I used to do that when I was younger. It was a way of figuring out how long that second was. Then I think of 60 seconds. That's 1 minute of time. I can write an invitation to my party in 1 minute. The graphics are great for young children to be able to even do one-to-one correspondence and be counting those colorful marks to see how many they are and how long it takes them. Then I think of 60 minutes. That's 1 hour, the time it takes to make a birthday cake. So this book is definitely relating time to different activities, something that children can hold on to and understand. Then I think of 24 hours. That's 1 day. The earth rotates once every day. Read you another. Then I think of 7 days, and that's 1 week. And here the author has illustrated 1 week in the day of the life of this child. And it goes on. The book goes on to talk about, again, the days of the week, 12 months of the year, with very colorful illustrations, and something I think a child could really relate to as they're pointing to the pictures and talking about the age of this young girl or the seasons, another way to mark time. And then it goes into a more complex discussion around the decades and millions of years and then centuries and how to explain that to young children. So again, this is on our shelf here at Graves, and it's called Me Counting Time. Might be something you might want to check out. All right. So the story I wanted to get to today, because I just love this book. It's my personal copy, and it's written by Dan Harper, and it's titled Telling Time with Big Mama Cat. I know, look at this book. Illustrated by Barry Mosser and Kara Mosser, and our publisher is Harcourt Brace. I love kitties, so this book really spoke to me. And it has the concept of time inside. So it's a very thick cardboard book. And I'm going to open it up, show you the double spread. Look at that cat. And then what happens with this book is it opens just like this, so a child could see the clock, that yes, I'm going to bring it back to the cover. The hands do move. I know, what a wonderfully interactive story this is, that a child could read the page about telling time with this kitty at breakfast and goes through her whole day. So we're going to take a peek. And as the day moves along, your child could be moving the hands of that clock. So you open this up, and as we're reading, we then have almost a 3-page spread. And I'm going to move it from side to side. Isn't that cool? Yeah, that's really cool. So I think for the purposes of me reading it to you, I am going to fold the clock back in. And we'll start telling time with Big Mama Cat. Some people think cats don't know much, but I, Big Mama Cat, know how to tell time. How else could I keep my busy day on schedule? The day begins at 6 with a big stretch. Uh-oh. At 7, breakfast is served. I think she's enjoying something from the dog's food bowl. Eliza and I watch Isabel get on the school bus at 8. Or 8 o'clock. There she goes, off to school. It's time for baby Katie's 9 o'clock bottle. I clean up any spills. By 10 o'clock, the sun has warmed up my favorite nap spot. At 10:30, I wake up and I want out. At 10:45, I want back in. Any of you who are cat lovers or who have a cat will understand what's going on here for sure. And those of you who don't, it might give you a big smile. They have such discerning personalities. The sun reaches the new chair at 11. Oh, it's off limits to me, but I can't resist. Uh-oh. I'm helped down at 11:05. At 12 o'clock, I help Katie eat her lunch. I'm on guard duty for the girls' 1 o'clock nap. When Rosie takes his 2 o'clock walk, I check for snacks that he left behind. At 2:15, Isabel gets off the school bus. I wonder if she saved some lunch for me. This kitty likes to eat. Oh no, it's 3:05. I'm late for the 3 o'clock party. At 4 o'clock, I take my late afternoon nap. Oh. At 5 o'clock, the girl's mom comes home from work. She makes tea, and we both get a splash of milk. The family gathers for dinner at 6. I'm not invited, but I grab a seat and look hungry. At 7 o'clock, everyone goes for a walk. Well, almost everyone. 8 o'clock is story time. I never miss it. We do the dishes at 9. My job is the pre-wash. I know, what a silly kitty. At 10 o'clock, it's time for TV and a little chin scratching. I go on patrol at 11. Oh, I hope I don't have to chase a mouse tonight. Uh-oh. "12 o'clock. All is quiet. And so am I. Good night." The end. Thank you, friends, for spending time with me here at Lyn Likes and the Graves Library. Very happy to have been here with you today. I look forward to seeing you when you pop into the library, and I hope that you have a wonderful day today. Take care, and bye for now.